You, what up, what up, what up? What's good? Greetings, salutations, all that good stuff. Didn't I tell y'all we was gonna be stepping it up? I can't really see it, but man, look, I got my logo up in the corner, all that good stuff, man. Y'all give me about 10 more seconds to finish sharing to these groups real quick, then we're gonna get into all of these stories. Listen, yo, it's been a crazy week, man. You see my hair still standing up and all of that wild shit. But either way, man, listen. Boy was up in Michigan getting busy, man, doing what I do best, talking my shit and all of that. So if y'all saw the videos I was sharing, no, I didn't get to go to Ann Arbor to spit on the stadium. I was going to, but I'm like, look, man, they invited me up to Michigan. I ain't gonna disrespect the home team. Next time I'm up there on my free time, please believe that's gonna happen. You feel me? Um, well, I got like three more groups to hit. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now we done. So yeah, like I said, man, we doing something different. We multi-streaming, all of that good, good. We got it going on YouTube, Facebook, on the page, the whole nine. If you don't know what this is, man, it's what we call Truth Talks. Try to get this in every Wednesday and Sunday, but it goes down Wednesdays and Sundays around 9:30. It took me a little extra time to set up. Um, oh shit! Normally I have a little banner going across with all of this other shit. Um, but yeah, you know what I mean? We can still show it because it's still relevant right there. Jeffy Morales still undefeated as a professional fighter, snuffing shit out in Colombia. Uh, we still praying for Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? His mother passed away about a week and a half ago now. Tragic shit, you know what I mean? Nobody want to deal with that loss. But you know what I mean? From what it looked like, the brothers dealing with it pretty good. What else we got going on, man? I got it in my titles here. I ain't got no notes today. I'm just pretty much freestyling. But listen, uh, that's what Travis Scott, yo, Jesus. Listen, first and foremost, for everybody that lost somebody, was injured or hurt, you know what I mean? Definitely no jokes, no, you know what I mean? Nothing light of that. Listen, man, it was a tragic situation. Um, it's the type of shit you don't expect to happen at a concert, really. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I grew up catching them tapes of the Michael Jackson concerts. Motherfuckers fall out at concerts, but you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, and I'm only share it real quick because everybody got 130 opinions. They say he was sacrificing souls and shit at the concert. Listen, I'm not with all of that. My opinion, it was just understaffed and poorly planned. And when shit went left, it went real left. And unfortunately, you know what I mean? A lot of people was injured because of it. But, you know what I mean? Flash forward, you see people are, you know what I mean? They real life stopping the show to check on their concert goers. Because nobody want that to happen. Like, come on. Nobody, I don't want people to come out and see a show and shit. Then people dehydrated or anything like that, man. With that being said, drink your water, yo. Hydrate yourself. Uh, Listen, that shit ain't nothing to play with. You get in there bouncing around like I don't know.
Especially if you're gonna drink.
You feel me? Because a lot of people be thinking like, oh, I had some water today. I'm cool to go drink and party. No, you not. That shit'll dehydrate you quick. You better get your electrolytes up, get you some Gatorade, some Powerade, and some Pedialyte. Fuck all of that. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy week. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Y'all definitely look. Y'all feel free. Leave any comments on anything you may see or hear. If you're new to what we do here, like I said, this is what we call Truth Talks. Try to get this in every Wednesday and Sunday. If it ain't every Wednesday and every Sunday, then please believe when we go live, it's gonna be live. You feel me? Um, I'm trying to think what else is going on in the world, man. The Bengals, motherfuckers are still riding that bandwagon. They took two L's in a row. It's looking like the Bengals I'm used to seeing. I ain't gonna hold you.
You say that with a smile in your voice. Now I don't like it.
Well, as a Giants fan, I just look. It's a pleasure to see anybody losing right now. 'Cause them other, I don't listen. I don't know what it's looking like right now, but these ain't the Giants I'm used to. I'm used to Super Bowl winning, big ass head quarterback having Tom Coughlin looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer around this time of the season because his nose be red as hell. But you know what I mean. It is what it is. It's a new day. No Odell Beckham, all of that good shit. Uh, and see, as a Giants fan, I could be like, oh well, at least Odell Beckham ran loose on y'all. But I don't even know. I ain't watched the game because I was up in Michigan, man. Listen, like when I tell y'all this shit, as my Death Star tips over. Like when I tell y'all this shit before this year, I didn't even know what I went to go do was possible. And I don't even say that to brag, even though occasionally I forget, like, I do some dope shit. Um, and this was one of them. You know what I'm saying? I got to go up to Michigan. Shout out Jackson, Michigan. I don't have the joints, but shout out to the Jackson High Vikings. Shout out to Lil Rappin' Terry with the trap music, man. Uh, Little homie came up to me, said he had some heat, you know what I mean? But it wasn't school appropriate. So listen, anybody watching and all of that, you make music, listen. Learn how to edit yourself, yo. I do what I want on my show, but you know what I mean? Your boy clean up nice, you feel me? Slick the little alfalfa joint back, you know what I mean? Throw the locks in the tight ponytail, all of that, and I'm good to go. You know what I mean? Just cut out the cursing, kill the slang. I'm boom, bang, boom. I'm in that joint. Bong, bong, as RZA would say. Um, but yeah, man, like, listen, we just been doing a lot of different shit. And like I said, I say that what I said about the storytelling event was, listen, I didn't even know that was a thing. Now I'm being invited to go out and do it. And they invited me to go back out to Detroit. So listen. Oh, and that reminds me, real quick before I forget, where I put that paper in. Can you hand me that story fest joint? Before I forget, right? So I met a dope storyteller from out of Detroit. Real talented, you know what I mean? Because if you don't show the people, they don't believe it happened. I see this, right? Hold on. Let me get y'all up close on a who that is first on the billing, boy. You see that, right? Oh, big things popping out here, boy. First on the billing. Nah, but real shit. Next to that name, you will see Satori Shakur. I got the picture right here. Listen, you see it, right? Light skinned shorty with the fro. Son, when I tell you she got some powerful stories that you don't want to miss. Shout out to, let me make sure I get it right when I say it too. Shout out to the Secret Society of Twisted Storytellers. I'm talking about Detroit, man. Detroit got some shit popping right now. Satori Shakur, Twisted Storytellers, the Secret Society of Twisted Storytellers, all of them gonna be on PBS up in Detroit, getting it popping, telling true stories. You know what I mean? Listen, man, we speaking on some big things. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't trying to make it seem prolific and nothing like that. But it's some big shit happening, man. You feel me? And when I tell y'all she tell a story like you don't want to miss, I mean you don't want to miss that joint. If I find a way to bootleg it, you know what I'm saying, get it hooked up without getting PBS to sue me or something, I'm gonna definitely post that joint. Um, Outside of that, man, again, listen, I shared the stage with some dope storytellers, some dope people. Thank you to the Jackson District Library for having me out. It's about like 200 people showed up, plus they shot it real professional, like, you know what I mean? Kid felt like Dave Chappelle up there. Only thing missing was a cigarette. You feel me? But either way it go, man, listen, definitely I was humbled to be up there. I was honored to be invited and all of that, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I did the whole uptown injustice. You know what I mean? Just really getting out there and letting people know who I am and what I'm about and all of that. So like I said, listen, I don't know if y'all can see the logo. You see it popping up there in the corner, right? The little fresh squeeze, the little Flatboys joint. That's gonna be replaced with the fresh squeeze melanin. I ain't wearing it right now. I'm wearing my straight out of Boo Hurt shirt. You know what I mean? Straight out of Australia. You feel me? Listen, man, the boy do big things and reach big people, man. I ain't listen. I don't even mean to brag or boast, but look. I came back and I was feeling kind of like, oh shit, I got this energy and all of that, and then went back to the regular 9 to 5, the regular and shit, and it was like, yo, I gotta get back on that road, Joe. I gotta be back on the road. And you know what I'm saying? It was a rough day back at work and all of that good shit. And it kind of had me defeated for a second. Then I had to remember, like, yo, nigga, you just did some dope shit. Came back from doing some dope shit. So, you know what I mean? I feel like in the day to day, oftentimes, like, we forget that what we doing is dope. So I'm here to tell y'all, and if y'all don't know what the show's about, it's about 60% shit talking, 40% showing love. So listen, if ain't nobody told you today, this week, this month, or this year, you dope as fuck, man. I don't know you personally, I don't know what you do, but it's something you good at. Cause we all put on this earth for a reason. You smell me? And with that being said, listen, man, whatever your passion is, whatever your talents is, go after them shits, chase them down, hunt them down, stab them in the back, lasso them, all of that good shit, man. Wrestle them joints to the ground. Your dreams are worth chasing. If ain't nobody told you that shit, I don't give a fuck. Yo, you want to be a professional flame eater, motherfucker, then coat your mouth and eat some flames. Listen, I don't know how to do it, but I'm here to tell you you can do it. Anything is possible. Quoted by Kevin Garnett when he won a championship. Yeah, listen, man, this real shit. I'm just out here sharing love, like I said. If y'all see me out in the streets, anywhere, Cincinnati, Detroit, I did it in Detroit, but yo, I got some stories to tell you about Detroit too, right? But yeah, like if y'all see me out in the streets, I'm doing this new thing we call random acts of dopeness. And that's basically, I'm just complimenting people. I feel like we don't give each other enough compliments. We don't big each other up enough. And you know what I mean? I don't know what the reason is. What this one? I
Yeah.
don't know what the reason behind it is and all of that, but all I know is I'm capable of changing it. So I'm out here showing motherfuckers love. So if you got some fly kicks, you got some dope clothes on, you know what I mean? You got a swaggy little style. I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna big you up. So if you see me out in these streets and I'm giving motherfuckers compliments, yo, either get in line or move around me. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, yo, I'm only accepting love for the rest of 2021. If it ain't love, I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but don't bring it this way. You feel me? So, speaking of bringing shit this way, right? Like I said, I'm up in Michigan. I'm up in a new spot. Without saying too much, shout out to Loon. You're a little rack joint. Dot dot dot. I'll let y'all fill in the blanks. Right. So yeah, I'm up in Jackson. I'm doing my thing. I'm hitting dispensaries. Um. Oops, said too much. Oh, but now I'm up there doing my thing and all of that shit. And I'm getting ready for the story fest. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to tell my little stories and all of that. And getting my mind right and all of that, but for the joint outside the venue. And all of a sudden, I see this dude come walking up to me, and I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? It's whatever. He said, hey, yo, my man, you got a square I could bum? I'm like, nah, that's my last one. So it's like a pull and a half left on that motherfucker. And he like, yo, can I get that from you? I'm like, yeah, like, I don't care. Yeah, because I ain't about to hit it after you. Now with COVID going around, I damn near tossed it to him from the whip. Like, yeah, go on somewhere. So I give him a piece of cigarette, right? And I look down because he about to roll a little paper cigarette. I look down, son got a whole chain around his waist. Like fucking 1920s chain gang shit. Like he just broke out of the, you know what I mean? Ran off the Green Mile. I was about to say plantation, but nah, you ain't about to cancel me, baby. Nah, but yeah. So son had the whole fucking, like, look, someone's out here looking like Django Unchained, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? And it ain't even like on some judgment shit, but the kicks looked like a runaway. Like, son looked like he broke out of a halfway house or something. Took the chain, used it as a belt, put the lock on it. It was bugged out. So if anybody know me, like, right, I'm a fan of Judge Mathis' show and all of that. Some of the shit he be saying be bugged out. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like listen, I'm in Detroit. Judge Mathis spotted crackhead from a mile away. So I'm like, listen, son, I know crackhead, sir. I know crackhead behavior. You want to see one. You're wearing a chain as a belt, sir. You might be a crackhead. Like, you feel me? So yeah, needless to say, I got up out of there. I skedaddled and all of that. And I go back out there, and then I end up running into somebody else. And he was a dope dude, though. Like, you know what I mean? One of them, I don't know, looked like a Vanguard or something like that. Like, someone's just real into the poetry. He actually told me he competed in a national poetry slam, I think 2 years after I did. So, you know what I mean? I would have stuck in the college circuit. I would have ran into him. Crazy how life worked like that, right? And I done been around Michigan. I done been like Cleveland, no, not sure. Cleveland, Chicago, Wisconsin, all of that. Like, you know what I mean? We've been out there popping and shit. So to run into somebody who competed into, like, I ain't never been to Michigan before this trip. So to run into somebody who I could have ran into like 10 years ago on the poetry circuit, now I'm running into him doing some whole different stuff. Listen, it's crazy how life works. And that's why I say what I say, man. Whatever your dreams are, chase the motherfuckers, kicking doors to get them, go full Liam Neeson on them. You know what I'm saying? Use your particular set of skills to work whatever it is to get your dreams out there, man. It's definitely worth it. Oh, so speaking of Judge Mathis and Detroit and all of that, right? So I go to Detroit. I go to Hitsville. I go to Kronk Gym. Like, they was both closed because I went on an off day or whatever. You know what I mean? Could have made a call, got some VIP service, but I wasn't trying to do all of that. I just really wanted to see where the hits, you know what I mean, where the hits was made at. See the house Smokey built, all of that good shit. And we got it popping from there. Like, but the bugged out thing about Detroit is, and like, I don't even say this with no malice, because it's really like, yo, the shit is kind of sad and bugged out. Yo, when you go to Detroit and you see them like burnt down houses and them shits look abandoned and all of that, yo, it's kind of bugged out. It reminds me of Baltimore a little bit, but the houses built different and the property and all of that. But listen, man, I don't know. Detroit needs some help up there, man, as far as that shit goes. Cause like half of them houses look like they was burnt down, burnt out. I don't know what's going on. Like the water supply fucked up in Flint. Like it's bugged out. But I definitely, you know what I'm saying, wish them health, wealth, and success. I know if they know how to do one thing for sure, two things for certain, that's do hair and dress out that motherfucker, boy. I'm telling you, it looked like a player's ball once I bent the corner off. I think it was Michigan Avenue. Listen, it was popping. What else? What I'm trying to think. What else was happening up there, man? It was a bunch of craziness, though, in the sense of just like the whole time I'm up there, yo, I couldn't believe I was getting paid to do what I was doing, man. And I don't want to give too much away and all of that, because like I said, I'm gonna share the joint as soon as they post it on there. But look, yeah, here's the bugged out thing, right? I don't know if I shared it on this or not, but niggas that know me know. I don't know if you would call it smart, stupid, or cocky, but I was a motherfucker in high school, yo. You assign me homework, I'm doing it right then and there. I ain't taking no books home. I'm not. I'm not with none of that. My book bag stayed full, but it was always full of notebooks and raps and all types of other shit, right? So to go from a motherfucker that like the answer was always no if I had homework to now like I'm doing these Zoom sessions with these students. Doing a Zoom session and shit, and the teacher say, "Oh, you got a blog?" Which is Truth Talks, what you're watching now. And if you're watching, liking, loving, all of that, clicking, commenting, whatever the case may be, you already know, man. I love you from the bottom of my heart for doing it. But yeah, so the teachers say, "Oh, you got a blog?" Well, I tell you what, it's extra credit for those students that watch the blog and tell me something you saw on it. So a motherfucker went from hardly ever doing homework to being an actual homework assignment. Yo, it don't get no realer than that. It don't get like, listen, I'm above the moon on that shit. Like I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm still real humble with my shit. And that shit just it made my heart swell up for real. Um, then I kind of got nervous because I'm like, yo, like, you know what I mean? It was like eighth grade, ninth grade, 10th grade students. I'm like, yo, some of the shit I be on, like, don't necessarily be for kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the teachers was like, oh, where can we find your work and all of this? And the kids was asking me to sing and shit, which was dope. Listen, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Kid got some pipes and all of that. You feel me? Shout out to the baritones and the basses and all that. But yeah, so I'm out there and I'm doing the Zoom with the kids and shit, and the teacher's like, "Oh, where can we find your work?" Then all of a sudden, I see somebody post a link, and it's a link to like my SoundCloud, which is pretty much all ratchet music. And you know what I mean? Like anybody that know from the shit I be sharing, like, yo, listen, I don't hold back. I make the music I make. At the end of the day, I just try to put out more positive music than rapidy rap bullshit. You feel me? Not to say that rap is bullshit, but you know what I'm saying. All that nuck if you buck, just wild shit. Like, you know what I mean? I make that too, but at the end of the day, I'd rather be known for shit like this little boy Blue up here. You see the little homie with the ice grill and shit. Yo, that's me. It's young boy. You feel me? Still had the gun since a youngin' out here. um, yeah, man. It was just the shit was mind blowing. Like the whole time up there, even on the way back, yo, I felt like I robbed a bank. I'm like, yo, I can't believe I got paid to do this. And you know how they say when you love what you do, it don't feel like a job. Like I just had a paid vacation. You feel me? I mean, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted, don't get it fucked up. Anybody, listen, I be on niggas' ass about performances, so you know how I feel about that. It was no lacking. It's just it, listen, you know what I mean? When you do this shit, it feel easy. Nah, I'm popping real cocky swag, but listen, man, sometimes you gotta toot your own horn and all of that. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling like pull up to my bumper, I'm beeping. What's popping? Oh, speaking of what's popping, yo. So if for those who don't know, and I'm sure y'all see it in my little description and shit now, Leonardo DiCaprio is playing Jim Jones in a new movie. I'm gonna pause so y'all can understand what I just said. Leonardo DiCaprio is playing Jim Jones in the movie. No, motherfuckers, he is not playing Harlem Dipset rapper Jim Jones. What the fuck makes people think that he was playing a black Puerto Rican rapper? I have no idea. But if anybody don't know, Jimmy Jones, aka Jim Jones, aka Don't Drink the Kool-Aid, was a cult leader. wore these big ass fucking, I don't know what you would call them, big ass aviator lenses and shit. And he took his whole cult out to a town in Africa that they named Jonestown. And when the government and people was like, "Yo, I don't like it," it was like, "Well, you stuck." And the government got wind, and they was coming to get people out, and he had them drinking the Kool-Aid, as they say, which had cyanide in it, poisoned them like fucking hundreds of people. They was bugged out. And the people who ain't drink the shit got shot mysteriously by the army and all of that shit. Yo, it's an interesting story. I rock with Leonardo DiCaprio outside of the acting. I mean, some bag. Like, listen, I mean, he be with some hotties, yo. Some be out there off the coast of his island in France and shit, getting busy. Like, you know what I mean? So shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio, getting busy off the coast of France. Got Jeff Bezos' wife looking at him all saucy eyed and shit. Yeah. It's a couple clips I ain't get to share with y'all on here. But listen, man, y'all do y'all Googles and shit. And it'll come up. I don't do no capping, man. I pull it off the internet. I say what I see and all of that, man. That's all I could do. Speaking of all I could do, that remind me real quick. I had to pull up my Cash App because we still raising money for my bro, man. Anybody that know me, listen, man. My people, my fam, my homies, my nigga Stu, man. It's my brother from another mother type shit. So you know what I mean. He lost his little brother. Situation crazy. I don't really want to get into all of that, but we trying to raise money for the funeral. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into all of the asking. Oh, hit my Cash App. Listen, don't send me a Cash App if you need money. Nah, sorry, I'm not that guy. But what I will say is, if you want to help out with a good cause and all of that, then you can definitely send something to the Cash App with the message. You know what I'm saying? Funeral funds or whatever you want to call it, and we're gonna raise some money for the bro, man. Um, hold on. Yeah, pardon me. I'm typing, talking, smoking, all of this shit at the same time. I know I had be. Boom, that boy ambidextrous stuff. But yeah, so like I said, man, if you wanna make any sort of donations, anything like that, you can always send it to the Cash App that you see in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure to shoot that right over to the homie Kev, and we're gonna get his family taken care of the right way because that's how we do it uptown. Yeah, man. Only other thing I can say about the Michigan trip is, man, it was dope. I heard that's what I was going to talk about. Yo, listen, what's up with your man Kanye? I pause that and come back to that question. What's up with your man Kanye? Yeah, son out here. First of all, the haircut, not my cup of tea. I'll just say, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in no styled predicament to be talking about another man's head right now. Pause. I ain't in no predicament to be talking about another man's hair right now. But I will say, I don't know. Kanye out here looking bugged out. He got 3 slits in his eyebrow trying to wild out. He got like when Doug tried cutting in the back of his head. He just got like Young Thug ad libs on the side. Like the shit bugged out. But yeah, son was talking. First of all, he was talking real slime like about John Legend and who else was he saying? He was talking about Talib Kweli. Son was just going in on everybody. And he already verified for another drink champ. So that's gonna be 2 with Yeezy. Listen, it's gonna be a crazy crazy end of the year, man. I'm here for all of it. Um, allegedly, I ain't gonna say allegedly because he actually did. Jay-Z joined Instagram. I think posted like one or two things and then deleted his Instagram. I don't I don't know why or what he was on, but it worked because now everybody's watching The Harder They Fall. Excuse me. Now everybody's watching The Harder They Fall, which is a dope movie. I recommend you watch it. I recommend you listen to that soundtrack. Then I recommend you go back and watch it again. It's just that dope. Um, what was that nigga name? Hedgewick, Hedge
Ooh.
something, a little slick talking, fast shooting motherfucker. I don't know, but shout out to Lakeith Stanfield.
Oh, I feel like his name was like Charles or like Chuck or.
Oh well, yeah, Lakeith's character was Chuck. I don't know, but either way, man. What if you don't know? If you don't follow what's going on, man? The Harder They Fall is basically telling the stories of black cowboys. Everybody like, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but people like to see stuff like cowboys and skateboarders and surfers and all of that and be like, oh, that's some white boy shit. Nah, that's some dim shit. Like, there's black skaters out there, surfers, and it for damn sure was black cowboys. From what I heard, it was about 60% black. You feel me? If we talking cowboys, outlaws,
I
bounty
mean,
hunters, and all of that shit.
we've been here for a long, long, long time. So it shouldn't be hard to believe that we were cowboys. We were all over the damn place. We were cowboys. We were,
doctors,
right?
fucking nannies, daycare providers,
All that.
man. But you know what I mean? I don't know. That's a conversation for another day. They don't want to give us our props and our propers. You know what I mean? Put some respect on a black name in America around him.
We built this country.
You feel me? We built this city on rock and roll. And we built rock and roll too.
Hello.
Stop playing with us.
Hello.
You know what it is. Shout out to Little Richard. Shut up. Yo, they say Little Richard is like, for real, that person. Excuse me. They say Little Richard is for real that person all day, every day, and I believe it. I forget who it was said, I was watching an interview. Somebody said they met Little Richard. He rolled the window down, said the whole shit, like, oh, you wanted to meet Lil old me? I said, oh, well, it's a pleasure. Dude was like, oh, I just been a big fan ever since. He's like, shut up. I'm like, oh, okay. Little Richard about that shit. And if y'all don't know, man, do your Googles. Little Richard invented rock and roll. They say the blues invented rock and roll. I say Little Richard invented rock and roll after a black man invented the blues that invented rock and roll. Stop playing with it. Put some respect on it. Yeah, man. So look, listen, just look and listen. I don't know. Do both. Pick one, whatever you want to do. But listen, man, I was out in Jackson, Michigan, like I said. I had to bring back proof, otherwise they wouldn't believe me. That's me on a good hair day. You feel me? Oh, finger all on my face. But that's me on a good hair day. This right here, amazing storyteller, Satori Shakur, straight out of Detroit. She got some FaceTime in a Dave Chappelle to close her comedy special. Listen, if you don't, I'm gonna show you one more time in case you go back and you think I'm fronting some shit. You see this fro, right? I'm talking like front and center, not front and center, front left. When they showing Chappelle, whenever they show him from like that drop angle from the front, you're gonna see an afro going back and forth every time she laughs. That is an amazing storyteller, Satori Shakur, straight out of Detroit, about to be featured on PBS. They literally shooting the joint tonight. Listen, If I could help, if I could help it. I've already been invited, been booked. We going back out to Detroit. We're going to hit Hitsville. I'm looking for Judge Mathis. I want him to show me where the crackheads are. All types of shit. I want to know where he grew up and how he knows crackheads so well. Because you can be like, yeah, I was out on lunch break smoking a cigarette. Sir, you a crackhead. I know a crackhead when I see one. You wasn't smoking cigarettes. You was smoking a pipe, weren't you? They're like, what, Judge? He be like, you was smoking a pipe, weren't you? All right. he be finessing niggas and then admitting they a crackhead. Yo, but yeah, like I said, man, definitely going back up to Michigan. That's a trip that's gotta happen. I slid through Columbus, popped in and out, you know what I mean? I hollered at a couple people. Definitely listen. Shout out to the home girl, running feature Columbus. Big things popping. I'm gonna try to get an interview, man. When we go back to UC, I'm gonna see if I could flex that Bearcat pride on it real quick. Get an interview, you know what I'm saying? We talk about what's going on in Columbus way. Cause you know what I mean, I put on for the whole OH10, man. You see this crooked ass Death Star back here. That ain't just Cincinnati, man. That's the whole Ohio. Shout out Steubenville, Dayton, Columbus, Cleveland, anywhere in between, man. Shout out Amish country, all of that shit, man. Giddy up on your horses down the old dirt road. I was about to say some stupid shit. That's how you know the Dutchies got me. I was about to say, I wonder what Dutch people or what Amish people think of Lil Nas X song.
Why the fuck would they know anything about his song unless they're on Rumspringa?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna find me an Amish person on Rumspringa and see what they think about it. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, this is amazing. It's about us. It's about us.
It's about."
I don't know why they would be Canadian Amish, but yeah, it's funny that way. Oh shit, Canadian Amish on Rumspringa. I don't even think that's a thing, but excuse me. But we gonna make it a thing because we doing anything out here. So yeah, like I said, man, I was out there talking to high school kids, man. This shit was bugged out. Yo, here's the crazy shit. The high school kids didn't even know Will Smith used to rap. This is how disconnected the youth are. Yo, and that's the crazy. These motherfuckers be, yo, I love hip hop. I love music. Oh yeah. I'm like, I like listening to vintage music and all of this. I'm like, so y'all know Will Smith used to rap, right? What? You mean tell me you had no idea that the nigga that rapped the intro on his own or that rapped the theme song on his own show rapped? And you a hip hop fan. Nah. Not buying it. Kill that noise. So yeah, I broke down all of that and how basically, and this ain't no shame because as far as I'm concerned, the son came from nothing, made it, went back to nothing, and went back on top like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I told these kids who didn't know that Will Smith rapped the story about how he basically went platinum, put out a flop, was still spending money like he was rich, went broke, and some think like working as a waiter or some shit like that by the time he got the audition for Fresh Prince. So we get the audition and he's like, yo, I'm Fresh Prince. Boom, I ain't got to do shit. Show up, read, and they was like, nigga, you trash. So he basically begged Quincy Jones, like, yo, son, let me get another shot. Let me get another shot. Studied, did his work, did his due diligence, all of that. Came back, killed it. And that's Fresh Prince as we know it. You know what I mean? And I say all of that to say, again, in case y'all don't know, the theme for the night is chase down your motherfucking dreams. Work at them. I don't give a fuck if you done did it 1,000 times, do it 1,001 times. And when you're doing it, do it like it's the real thing. We ain't talking about practice. You talking practice. Practice. Nigga, what? Yes, practice like everybody's watching. Practice like you at the motherfucking Grammys. Practice like you trying to make your mama proud. Practice like you trying to get all the bitches and all the things that come with being a superstar. Cause nigga, you ain't made it yet. And that's some of the realest shit nobody's ever gonna tell you. You all that fake it till you make it, that shit go for performing too. You feel me? You supposed to perform everywhere, everything, whatever it is you do, like it's the biggest show in your life. Cause I done did a show for the motherfucking bartenders and the security staff. I done did a show for me, myself, and I. I done did a show for just the goddamn club owner. And I done sat and kicked shit for over 500 people in the audience. And I treat them all the same. Now they want me to come back. Now, listen, I ain't doing nothing different than anybody else is doing. And that's about it, man. Listen, like I said, you got a dream, chase that motherfucker. Something get in your way, kick it down. It's too big to kick, blow it up. It's too big to blow up, stop exaggerating. Ain't nothing bigger than the dreams you got. Ain't nothing, what Will Smith say, yo, you gotta want that shit like you wanna breathe. You feel me? Them should be your only two options. And if chasing your dreams mean living, then nigga, it's either live or die. Flat out. Like I said, I don't think I said it tonight, but like I normally say, yo, I give you about 35, 45 seconds on a peach pit, on a soapbox, on an apple box, whatever you want to call it. I give you 35 seconds of me getting preachy. Outside of that, listen, I ain't got no more else to talk about tonight. Like I said, listen, shout out to Murders Warriors. You know what I mean? Straight out of Australia. Good day, mate. All of that good shit skewed on the Bobby. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fresh Squeeze Melanin Gang. You're everybody out there rocking them shirts. I need y'all to take pictures at these social events. You know what I mean? Yeah, just because, like I said, man, if you don't take pictures, people don't believe it ain't happening. Like, it's a whole crazy thing with this internet, man. Everybody want to create content. You feel me? Yo, speaking of that too, real quick, let me hop back on my Apple Pit for 10 seconds. Somebody told me some of the realest shit I never thought about. I was like, oh, damn, I meant to take a picture of this. I meant to post that. I meant to do this. He said, yeah, it's hard to create content when you live in life, ain't it? I'm just saying. Some of y'all motherfuckers out here messing life trying to be influencers and shit. Live your life, capture the moments you can, and then maybe you'll influence somebody to do some dope shit with the actions you do that makes you able to live your life. You know what I'm saying? Stop fronting. I don't know. That's just it. Yo, stop fronting. Be you. Do you. I'm about to wrap this up for the night, but listen, y'all know how I do. If you don't know what this is what we call Truth Talks. Wednesdays and Sundays, around 9:30, y'all gonna get an alert when I go live. And then we just gonna go live and talk the shit. I'm gonna fix the Death Star for the next time and all of that good shit. But if you're new to the joint, this is how I end it. First and foremost, love yourselves. After that, love each other. If you can't do that, just don't be an asshole about it. Till the next time, I'm out. I'm who they call Trey Howe. That's Lil Boy Blue, out everywhere you get your music. This the Death Star, on lane, Ohio shit. I'm out. Uptown, never birthed to dirt. You're